Hey guys, it feels really weird sitting down to film a video because I just got back from my cruise. So there is a little bit of continuity issue here with my videos. I just posted my pack with me video and I have not posted my actual cruise vlog yet. That will be coming next, but I got home to a very exciting package. I don't think I've been this excited for a collection in a really long time. So I wanted to get this video up. So I apologize for any confusion. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been on the cruise and that, I'm traveling back and all of that. But if you don't, you should follow me on Instagram. Just kidding. If you don't know that I've done the cruise and I'm on my way back. And I know it's confusing, but I don't usually put up any of my travel vlogs until I'm home because that's when I have all of my footage and I can sit down and edit it. So that hopefully explains the confusion here, but I am back. I did get back a couple of days ago. I am still suffering from jet lag, so just pardon me. I hope it makes sense. But like I was saying, I really am so excited for this collection. I am talking about the Natasha Denona Golden Collection. Eyeshadow palette, highlighter trio palette, and a lip gloss are included. And they were sent to me from Natasha Denona, so a big thank you to them. But I am so excited to try this out. So my skin is prepped. I have skincare down, but I don't have any makeup on yet. So I thought I would use the Natasha Denona concealers. I also have the High Glam powder if I need it. I have very dry skin, so when it comes to powder, it's like on a need-only basis. And so I thought I would start with just applying some concealer here and there, like just sort of a touch conceal, and if I need a little bit more, then we'll figure out what foundation to use. So for concealers, I have shades N2 and N3. So I'm going to start with N2 around my eyes. Now I'm going to start slow because I did get a little bit of color on my cruise. So I thought maybe that was a big freckle. No, it's just a blemish. Thank goodness. Okay. So I'm going to start with N2, but I'm wondering if it's going to be a little bit light now, but we'll see. I think this is okay around my eyes, but I'm going to go with N3 around the rest of my face. Now, I was just watching some of the Natasha Denona YouTube videos, and there was one video of a look that she does that I really liked, and she does start out with just concealer. Now, I don't know if the video started after she put on some foundation and powder and all of that, but it looks like she just applies concealer, and I thought, I like doing that, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that today. So I'm going to put N3 on now. Yeah, you can see how bright my under eyes look. So I'm going to go with the N3. I think this will be a little bit better for my summer skin tone here. And I'm going to just touch conceal some areas where I have freckles, blemishes, discoloration. N2 and N3 are so close. It's a little bit warmer. Hold on, let me just hold these up. Not that these concealers are new or anything, but N3 is on top, N2 is on the bottom. Oh yeah, you can see a bit of a difference there. Okay. All right. How's that first start? I think that's pretty good. I think I'm going to forego foundation. So I'm just sort of examining myself, seeing if I need any powder. What is that? It's a brush hair. Okay. All right. Let's just start here. Okay. So first, we're going to be using the highlighter trio. So this is the Golden Highlighter Trio. It's a multi-use hybrid glow palette. Here's the box packaging, and then here's the back with ingredients and stuff, and then the shade names. And here is the gorgeous packaging. So not only is it all gold for obvious reasons, but it's got this really cool like wave design on the cover. It's really pretty. I'm a sucker for packaging, so I really love this. And inside, again, we've got 3 shades. So from lightest to darkest, we have Pearl, Sun Glow, and Bronze. Now, I have obviously some very fair skin, so Pearl is what I'm going to be using for highlight on my face. Sun Glow and Bronze, I could probably use as eyeshadows. I did watch another YouTube video of Natasha Denona's on this collection, and I saw her use bronze as eyeshadow on her model, and it was really, really beautiful. I don't know if I'll do that today, but you know, to utilize all of the shades in this one palette, I think that's how I would have to use it. But Pearl, I think, is going to be great on my face. So that is the highlighter trio, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply the Pearl. I've got my Sonia G fan brush. This is fan M, medium, and I think you can use, you know, any highlighter brush that you're comfortable with. These look like pressed powders. They're not baked gel powders, which can be difficult to pick up. And when that's the case, I usually suggest a really dense brush, a natural haired brush, something like that, so it actually picks up the product. But when it's just a pressed powder like this, and from swatching it, I think it's going to be fairly easy to pick up. So I think you can use any kind of brush, a synthetic brush, a really soft brush, a light fluffy kind of brush. I just always kind of reach for the Sonia G fan brushes when I'm gonna go in for highlight. I'm gonna tap off any excess, gonna start slow here. Now, from past experience, we know Natasha Denona highlighters are fairly strong, so I really wanna start gently. Yeah, wow. I started gently and it is intense. Now the video, you know, I'll link to the video down below because I keep referring to it, but the video that I watched of Natasha Denona's, she actually puts this highlighter on with her finger and really works it in with her finger. So I'm just gonna do that to kind of blend it in. I wanna see if it kind of softens up the application. Maybe a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like when you really work in highlight, you get a really nice kind of polished look. Doesn't look quite as like stark. Wow, that is something though, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's really smooth. I'm hoping the light is catching it. Okay, let me do the other side. You know, this tone is quite nice too, this pearl tone. It's pretty neutral. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. There isn't a lot of yellow in there, but there also isn't a lot of pink. So I think it has a really great universal tone. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. I'm just remembering they sent along this PR card in the package, and I just wanted to see if there are any call outs for this golden highlighter trio, multi-use hybrid glow powder. So Pearl is described as a soft golden champagne. I would definitely agree with that. Sunglow is a nude gold. I would definitely agree with that. And bronze is a golden bronze. Yes, 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 yes. And these are all in the new hybrid formula. It brings the luxurious feel of a cream to a wet powder form. All shades in this universal palette can be used on all skin tones to illuminate the high points of the face, eyelids, and collarbones for an all-over neutral golden glow. I will say that the formula of these highlighters definitely feels very creamy, almost wet. Not to the point where it feels oily, you know, those products. I'm not actually a big fan of those. This is just really creamy, just really kind of soft to the touch. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so that's the golden highlighter trio. Let's move to the eyeshadow palette. Ooh, so here is the box packaging, pretty typical. And this eyeshadow palette is in the midi size. So it's not the large size palette, it's the medium sized palette. And much like the highlighter trio, the packaging is in gold and it's got that kind of wave texture to the lid. And then we've got 15 gorgeous shades inside. Natasha Denona had come out with a gold palette many, many years ago. I loved that palette. That was probably my favorite Natasha Denona palette for a very long time, at least in that size. I love her 28 pan palettes, as you guys know. And so they discontinued that palette, and she's basically come out with this palette, this whole collection to kind of replace that palette. And so some of the shades in this palette are from that previous gold palette, but she did get rid of basically the non-neutral shades that were in the original gold palette. So the like bluish greens and stuff, all of those are gone, as you can tell. We've just, we're left with like the neutral shades. Now, admittedly, I thought the blue shades really made that palette pop. I thought it made that palette really aesthetically pleasing, if you will, but I never really used them. I always gravitated toward the neutral. That's just my taste. So I was really happy to see that this is just full of neutrals. It is a little bit, I don't know, more boring to look at, but I think this is gonna be much more usable. Like all the shades in here are gonna be much more usable for me. I'm just saying, my humble opinion. So I was happy to see that. But anyway, I did swatch all of these shades. So let's go through all the shades and I'll let you know which ones are new to this palette. And then the other ones are not new to the palette. They are ones from the previous gold palette. So the top row from left to right, we have, it's spelled M-L-I-K-O, Lico. It is a matte cream powder off-white, and this is a new shade. Nubia is a sparkling foil gold nude champagne. This is new. Panna is a matte cream powder beige. This is also new. Aria is a matte medium light dusty sand. This is from the old palette. Fizzy is a sparkling wet effect golden nude. This is new. And then the first shade on the left, the middle row, Varus is a metallic medium antique brass. This is from the previous gold palette. Aura is a metallic golden ivory. This is new. Teak, a matte medium dusty caramel. This is from the gold palette. Kava, which is a sparkling champagne gold. This is from the gold palette. Sandstone, a matte medium ochre. This is from the gold palette. And then the last row, first shade on the left, Aurum, is a metallic muted gold. This is from the gold palette. Log, which is a matte dark brown from the old palette. Oro, metallic warm gold from the old palette. Flesh, which is a matte light warm nude. This is new to this palette. And then last we have Alchemist, which is a metallic brass, which is from the old gold palette. So those are the 15 shades, and I am so excited to dig in. So obviously I can't get all of these shades onto my lids. Well, I wouldn't be able to get them all onto my lid and create a halfway decent eye look. So let's pick and choose here. I think I'm going to start with this Miko or Lico shade on the upper left side. And I'm just going to start the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm going to use my Esom W23 brush. This is a flat shader. And I'm just going to add it, like I said, just to the inner corner of my eyes here. Wow, very well pigmented. Nice. That really brightened up the inner corner there, which was what I was going for. Now I'm going to find like a mid-tone matte shade. Let's try this Flesh shade since this one is new also. I'm just going to stick with the same brush. I'm going to go into Flesh and just apply this to the center portion of my lid here, blend it into that first shade. It's a nice warm nude shade. I feel like on my skin tone there's a little bit of peachiness, which I can see in the pan. I don't feel like it's changed at all, or what's the word? Oxidized? Is that the word I'm thinking of? My gosh, jet lag is a real killer. Okay, so that is Flesh, and then I'm gonna go for a slightly deeper shade for the outer corner. Thinking between Aria and Teak. Let me see. Those are both shades from the old palette. I was hoping to stick with newer shades. What about Sandstone? Nope, that's from the old palette also. All right, let's try Aria. That's the one up here. And again, I'm just kind of sticking with the same brush here. And I'm gonna focus that on the outer third of my lid. Kind of bring that in, create some dimension up there. I'm definitely going to bring a blender brush over all of these shades because I feel like it looks very striped right now, which I don't want. I wanted a little bit more of a smoother ombre transition. But let's just lay down the colors first. I'm going to use my Chikuhodo GSN 7 brush. This is a very large shader, and I'm going to just dust that over these three shades. Yeah, that looks better. It looks less striped. Yeah, there we go. Smoother transition. All right. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush. I've got my Esom S31 brush, and I'm going to go into Log, which is the deep matte shade. Actually, let's go into Varus, which is, I believe, the deepest shimmery shade Yeah, Log is the deepest matte shade. Varus is the deepest shimmery shade. And I'm going to use Varus to add just a little bit more dimension. We'll see if it's deep enough. I may have to go into Log. I'm just working that into my outer lash line here. Oh, I like that. Does a little something, but it's very subtle. I feel like Log would be really, really dramatic. So this is good. And I'm going to drag this along my lower lash line. All right, and now let's find a brand new sparkly gold shade. So Nubia is new. That's this one up here. That could be really pretty. I just want to kind of tap it over the center of my lid. So these two sparkly shades are new. This one and this one. Let's go for Nubia, Sparkling Foiled Gold Nude Champagne. Yeah, that sounds very exciting to me. So I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to pick up a little bit here. And I'm going to tap that. Oh, wow. Well, isn't that pretty? Okay. Wow, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna take a different pencil brush actually, because that one is dirty. I'm gonna take my Sonia G Pencil Pro brush. I'm gonna go into Aura, this shade right here. It looks very white in the pan, but there's a gold to it. So I'm gonna add this to the corners right here. Just a little something. And then I'm going to take another flat shader. This is a clean W23 brush. And I'm going to go back into this first shade, Miko or Lico, and just apply that underneath the brow here. Just to brighten that up a little bit. All right. Oh my gosh. I love this palette. I do. Natasha Denona quality, pigmentation is there, they blend, they're easy to work with. Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it. Palette of Dreams. She's really coming out with some amazing palettes. I actually have my I Need a Nude palette sitting right here on my vanity because I use it so much. Wow, this is so great. This is so great. And I love like golds and bronzes and everything for the summertime. It's great for the holidays too. I'm thinking this is gonna be wonderful for like holiday parties. But in the summertime, when you're feeling like bronzed and like you have a healthy glow to your skin and all of that, and you put on some like gold shadow, I just think it's so great. And some like really glossy highlight. I just think it's so great. Can't beat it. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I am going to use my Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. I've only used this once. I don't feel like I've given it a fair shot, you know? This is such an interesting formula because it feels light and it feels really almost like slick, but it builds up really quickly so that your lashes get really thick without it feeling like a clumpy mascara. Does that make sense? Because it just feels like a thinner sort of formula. Anyway, I digress. Okay, let me throw on some eyeliner. I'm digging through my travel makeup bag because I haven't even unpacked that yet. I just have it sitting next to me. And I want to use the Lisa Eldridge, the Burnt Umber eyeliner. I'm just gonna throw it on my upper waterline and a little on my lower waterline. There. Wow. I don't think I've put this much eye makeup on in a while. So much fun. Let's move over to the Golden Glimmer Gloss. if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know one of my favorite kinds of lip glosses, doesn't matter who, what it smells like or whatever, is like a kind of a sheer, well, most glosses are sheer, but a sheer gloss that just has like a golden finish to it. So when I saw this, I was like, yes. And I was trying to like recall all of the golden shimmer lip glosses that I've had over the years. There's one from Tower 28 that I love. And I couldn't like recall the ones from like years ago. And I loved them. I think Tom Ford had a really good one. Anyway, this whole collection, like I said, I was just like chomping at the bit to get it. So I'm really excited. I do need some lip liner though. I think if I just put this on, it'll be a little bit plain. So I've got my Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade lip pencil. It's sitting right here, so I thought I would use it. And I've just been loving the shade 1N. It's so good. It's so, so good. It's just a hint into like the cool territory. It's not so cool that it looks like you're using gray pencil, but it's like the most perfectly grungy nude color. Now I'm gonna go in with the gloss. Let's see if this has a fragrance. Very slight, very, very slight. Yes, oh my God. I love it. I love it. And what a good combination, especially with the eyes. You guys, I love this collection. I really do. I'm so glad it lived up to what was growing in my mind. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm so excited. I am loving it. Thank you, Natasha Denona. Well, thank you for sending this collection to me. And also, thank you for coming out with this. I just think it's so great. I think it's so great. Well, that is it, you guys. I hope you found this video helpful if you're thinking about purchasing these items. I know they're available at Sephora. I know they're available on Natasha Denona's site. I don't know if they're available at Ulta, but I will link to them down below in my description box. I do have a coupon code for Natasha Denona's site, I believe for your very first purchase there. It's for 15% off. I'll have that all down below in my description box. And that's it. Thank you guys so, so much for tuning in, and definitely stay tuned for my cruise vlog that's coming up. And I apologize for this like random continuity on my channel here. But anyway, I hope you appreciated this video, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.